let's talk about Secretary of State and his speech. As you said, J.D. Vance last year, it really came as a shock to the whole system, to Europeans, and the threat from within is actually what you have become as Europe, was his message. But this year, Secretary Rubio's trip was meant as a reassurance to Europe. That's what the press corps traveling with him wrote even before he arrived in Munich. So what was your take? Tell us what he said first, and then maybe how Europeans reacted. Were they reassured?
So again, I wasn't in the room. I was somewhere outside.
You were in the hallways, which is far more valuable than sitting there because you were able to get the reactions.
Here's the thing. You can immediately see a video and soon after that get a transcript of the political theater that is scripted. And so you are much better off trying to see the people that you otherwise wouldn't see, talk to them in the corridors and so on. But since I was asked to comment on this for German national radio, I did watch the video immediately. I think, in defense of the people in the room who stood up and clapped, I think when you are in the room, you get caught up in the moment. There was a big American delegation at the front that participated in the standing ovation, and yes, some European ministers did so as well, including German. But I think as soon as the message, the content of the Rubio speech sort of trickled into people's brains, people realized what they had been served, which was, as one writer put it, J.D. Vance with maple syrup. There's different ways of describing it, but that one is memorable. But my point being this, that Marco Rubio framed the alliance as a West that is a white Christian ethno-nationalist project based on interests rather than values. And you know what? That leaves an awful lot of people out in Europe, not just people of the Jewish and Muslim faith, of whom there are many among our citizenry. This is not just migrants. It is pretty surprising to the non-Western guests at the Munich Security Conference to hear that the American administration thinks colonialism, was a great Western achievement. There are some allies that I think that the Trump administration wants to keep on its right side. That didn't work that way.